Hello everyone, this is Fiery Moon, here with a collective reading for all signs or whoever may need this message today. I actually wasn't even going to record this because I was, just trying out a new spread. But I figured I asked for messages for the collective and, I think this message needs to come out. So the cards are already pulled. Today is July 8th of 2020. And as I've stated, this is a collective message for all signs right now. So we'll just jump right in with what I have here. This could be in regards to work. From what I see here, it could definitely be in regards to work, family, relationship, but place it where it fits for you. So starting off with the new spread, the way that I did it is I did use 3 different decks just to see, and each row was clarified down with a different deck each time. And the advice is going to come off the bottom of the deck from all 3 decks. So first I have the 8 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. They're called shields in this deck. Let's see. I can get some more light going. With another 8 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. There we go. As well as Justice with the 7 of Pentacles. Being that so many Pentacles came out, I feel like this is heavily work-related for some, but it could be in regards to any situation that you're in right now. If it is in regards to work, being that we have the 8 of Pentacles twice, I see that, you're working hard. The 8 of Shields represents working hard. Look, if you look on both of them, he's in the boat. It could be in regards to family as well, working on that pentacle. And also in this one. So it's putting in hard work, putting in the effort. But with the Queen of Shields and the Page of Pentacles, it's like you're not getting what you're putting in. What you're putting in, you're not getting out. You're putting in 8 of Pentacles to only have 1 pentacle, even though this is the Queen, it's 1 pentacle she has, just like this Page of Pentacles. So it looks like to me, if this is in regards to work, you're not getting in what you put out, and you are working hard. If this is in regards to a relationship, either you or the other person could be, hyper-focused on money, where one of you guys is working and one of you are just reaping the benefits, to put it clearly. I'm not one to sugarcoat things, and I read and see things how I see them, or read and say things how I see them. So, that's, what I'm getting off of the cards. With Justice and the 7 of Pentacles is showing me that, right now at this time, a decision needs to be made on what you're investing in. You need to be, you need to level out, whether within how you feel about it or how what's going on with what you're thinking about it. But right now it's, it's not leveled. The 7 of Pentacles shows basically what I've already said. You're investing in something and not getting a fair return. So you need to make a decision on if whatever situation is in for you, if it is truly worth investing in. So now I have, moving on to the next column, we have the Strength card with the Hierophant But in this deck, it's called the Druid, followed by the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. In the last row, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords. So with Strength and the Hierophant, if this is in regards to work, it's like you're trying to have the strength to hang in there. With the Hierophant, it's, it represents contracts. If it's a relationship, it could represent, a committed relationship, a marriage, whatever that may mean for you. But it can also be like a job, or school. And you're trying to have the, the strength. Although your back is turned to it right now, you may be, undecisive in what you want to do, and that's fine. It is showing here in the next row that, you do want to build. You want something tangible to come of this situation with the Three of Pentacles and with the Chariot. It's like you want to move forward, but at this time with the Moon, it could be very uncertain. You could be fearful of, what will happen if I walk away from my job, if I walk away from this commitment or this relationship, what will happen? And it's kind of like with the Wheel of Fortune here, like you want to turn the wheel, you want things to go in your favor, but you may not be sure. There could be some secrets with this Moon, or it could truly be fear, or the illusion of fear that things won't go in your favor. But that's for you to decide. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers, it's showing me that, it is a tangible situation. You may be working harder than you normally would, but it is, providing you some stability at the moment. But with the Lovers, it's like, with the Lovers and also the Three of Swords, it's like, I'm trying to hold all cards. Like, yeah, it's a tangible opportunity, but the way it has you feeling is like heartbreaking. So, it's like playing on your emotions. Like you're not happy with the Three of Swords in this connection, whether that, be the job or a relationship. It may have been sturdy in the past, but right now it has you feeling, conflicted in your heart space. In the last column we have here, we have Rebirth, which is the Judgment card, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Wands, followed by the Eight of Swords with the Page of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Cups with the World. So also what I see here in this last column is with Judgment or Rebirth, again, a decision needs to be made. I'm not sure if you guys can see in the background, and also with the Seven of Cups. On the Rebirth card is showing that these possibilities up here, I don't know if you can see the shadows. It's kind of like the same kind of shadows that are on this Seven of Cups. But it's like, whatever decisions you make, you have endless possibilities. Being that the Seven of Cups is here is showing me that, you may have so many options that it's confusing you. But also that at least one of the options has, the potential to be something that would be fulfilling for you, with the heart and one of the cups here. But it is leaving you internally conflicted. And this may truly be something that's going on, you know, strictly with inside you. It may not have anything to do with the outside world. This could just be something that, you know, you're feeling, you're thinking, pondering over. But it's like, you know, sometimes too many options is not a good thing. But if you make a decision, it could also open up endless possibilities for you. So you decide what you want to do. But I do see that it could be, you know, some internal turmoil going on within you in regards to these options and making this decision. With the Eight of Swords, again, it's like you're in your head about it. You could be, you know, they like to say that this can represent, you know, like a self-imposed prison, but it's like, you know, whatever it is in, you don't want to be in it. It's mentally keeping you locked in. And with the Page of Wands, it's like, you know, you're ready for something new, a new passionate beginning. You know, it may be that the situation, whether work or relationship, family, it lacks passion for you. So you're looking for something different. You're just not sure which way to go. And that's completely fine. Under that, we have like the Knight of Cups and the World. And with the traditional Knight of Cups, it's a knight actually on a horse with a cup of water, emotions, love, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, he's trying to move forward. With the way that the Knight of Cups is depicted in this deck, she has her arms closed. So it's like you don't even want to give to the situation any longer. Like you're over it. And you just want it to end with the world. You want the cycle to close. But, you know, you're just not sure how to do it. Completely fine. Take some more time and, you know, ponder on it. See what it really think about how it would make you feel. Because between the Five of Wands, we got the Three of Swords, you know, it has you conflicted in the heart space. The Eight of Swords is in your mind space, and you need to free yourself. Free up some space to, you know, make a level-headed decision, but also to be able to use your feelings, because whatever you feel is going to drive the decision that you make. But what I see here is like, you know, you want this cycle to be over for you. It's like you don't want to give any more of yourself. You just want to find a way out. Now with the bottoms of the deck that we're using for the advice, we have the Shadow in this deck, which is also the Devil. Then we have the Three of Swords again on the bottom of the Rider-Waite. And then on the bottom of that 90s tarot, we have the Devil again. So it's like, you know what? Whatever decision you make, it is going to be heartbreaking, because it may be something that you may not necessarily want to do, but it may be something that you have to do. And the way that I see this is, on this card, you're bound to something, or at least you may feel that way. And the advice is, you know, with this first Devil card, and there's two people on this card, so it could be a contract, which would be, you know, a job. It could be a relationship. It could just be toxic energy. And from what I take, and using the bottoms as the advice, is like, you may need to go ahead and free yourself, because we went from two people on this Devil card to one person on this Devil card. Ooh, excuse me. And it's showing me that, let me pull them off for you. You don't have to be tied to something you don't want to be in, that's not fulfilling to you. And honestly, going from two people on this Devil card to one, to simply put it, you can do bad by yourself. You don't need anyone to contribute into toxicity with you. You are more than capable enough of creating your own toxicity. So why would you want to continue on something that is toxic also? Whatever situation it goes for you. You have to be able to, use discernment. If you're doing bad with somebody, you could do bad without somebody. If you're doing bad with the job, you could do bad without a job. But I take I would take the latter and rather endure it by myself. That's just my personal take on it. But everyone is different. Everyone has their own moral system and how they see things. But clearly the cards is like, it may hurt for you to separate from this person, this place, this job, but you can do bad by yourself. And having somebody else to add into that for you kind of makes the situation even worse. So being that this is the advice, it's like you have to make a decision, because this right here is not good. This Three of Swords. When you're conflicted in the heart space, it can lead to so many things. It could lead to, your mind not being in the right place. It can make you act irrational. It could also bring on health problems. So I can only tell you what I see in these cards. And we don't want that for anybody. But I definitely don't want to be at a job that makes me feel like this. I don't want to be with somebody that makes me feel like that. I don't want to be in a place that makes me feel like that. Everyone has their own discernment. Everyone has their own internal systems that they use. I can only give you, the advice that I'm getting here from the cards. It's not to push anything on anyone, but, I don't know who this message may be for, because it is a strong message that basically what I'm taking from the whole thing is like, you have the power to decide what you want, what's good for you, what's best for you. I would not leave that in the hands of somebody else under no circumstances. But like I said, that's just me. I'm not going to sit in something that ultimately doesn't make me happy. And personally for me, I've just went through this myself. Like I will share, on this channel things that I go through so that y'all know it's real. Because a lot of us don't get or don't even have the outlets to talk. And that's what this Page of Wands can be also. You may want to reach out and talk to someone that, you don't, like, just to, get a different perspective, which is okay. But if you don't have that person, or you don't have that, which I know not everyone has, you really need to sit and just talk to yourself. It's okay to sit and talk to yourself out loud. It's okay to maybe write things down. It's okay to even research things that you don't know. Don't let it make you feel inadequate. If you don't know something, the only thing you can do is ask. So I want to share with you, and I kind of really like this spread. I've watched, and shout out to the Quiet Intensity. I've seen the way that he does his readings with all the different decks, and I was, kind of intrigued to try it for myself. I got more cards than he normally gets, but, I like this spread this way, and so shout out to him. He specifically works with the Venus sign, so if you guys don't know him, definitely check him out. But I like this spread. It kind of breaks it down a lot better so that, it's easier for me to relay this message. I'll tell you that. We did have a lot of double cards. We had the 2 Eight of Pentacles, 2 Devils, and the 2 Three of Swords. So that's what the 6 of Swords, between the 3 of Swords, the 2 Devils. Like I said, that's going from 2 to 1. It's something. That's a 3. And then we have the 8 of Shields, which would add up to 16, but then break down to 7. So 3, 7, 6. Let me see. Definitely sevens. I do have 3 sevens here too, with the 7. I don't know what your entities in the back here. The 7 of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. So if you're into numerology, it may mean something for you. And we also have 3 threes. So, take it how it resonates for you. I will quickly pull one for you all from my Work Your Light Oracle, just to give you some, the guidance from this reading. And, hopefully this resonates with someone. And, you can come to the conclusion that is best for you. If the message doesn't resonate, don't try to force it to. And as you know, time and energy is fluid. So this may have happened for you already. It could be going on for you right now. Or it could be something that's coming up for you. I blew out one of my candles. But we'll see what they have for you in regards to guidance for this spread. What do you have? And I'll also read the description out of the book, so that way, at least with the guidance, you can take what you feel from it and apply it to, your situation. And also, I know I shouldn't have to stress, but don't get caught up on the gender of the cards. We all have that masculine and feminine within. And it doesn't matter what your, sex is on the outside. Everyone has masculine and feminine. So what's the guidance, Spirit, in regards to this reading? What's the guidance? Okay, so the bottom of the deck we have, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? But the guidance card that we have is deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, and be held. So let's read these off, and then we'll go ahead and end the reading. Deep replenishment, number 64, which breaks down to a 10, which are endings, completions. So let's see, 64. The most selfless thing you can do is fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you are running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile, and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is your body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refills your body? What is nectar for your soul? What brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile? Overspilling with life. It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxurious oils, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking along the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all those around you, for there is more than enough to go around. And to put the work your light in action, do something that deeply replenishes you today. So that definitely coincides with what we got here on this reading. Because I'll tell you, with the Three of Swords twice, whatever you are, invested in at the time, it's clearly showing that it's not fulfilling to you. And being that, like I said, with the Five of Wands, it could be, this is all going on internally. You need to replenish yourself. See what, fill your cup with things that make you feel good and dump out what doesn't. So I'll also read the Don't Dim to Fit In. And that's number 42, which breaks down to a 6. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding, and you are a part of the universe. So expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice, or slowly back away, they are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them feel uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proposal of, I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. Work your light inquiry. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Yes, I'm loving both of those cards. That's the question that you can only ask yourself. If you're not feeling whatever situation you're in, it may be time to cut your losses. And that's fine, because 9 times out of 10, when you consciously make the choice to cut your losses, you'll be replenished in a way you never thought that you would. So I thank you all for tuning in with me today. I hope this resonated for someone, and if not, I'll catch you on the next reading. I will start doing, element readings, but right now I'm just trying to get, my setup together. And for the most part, a lot comes out through these collective messages. I'm going to be doing this, but I will be starting, and, I'll make an announcement on when I actually will be starting the element readings, because that's just how I personally like to do them. I think it comes out better that way than to have to do 12 videos. And also when I do my element readings, they will be specific to the moon sign. I think I channel that energy more than anything, being that I have so much Cancer in my chart, and we are ruled by the moon. My sun, Mercury, Venus, all of that is in Cancer, and I'm an Aries moon. So it kind of, makes sense for me to give my messages this way, because ultimately we are, tarot is a form of therapy for you. Yes, you will get other energies and stuff that pop up in your reading, but what I like to cultivate on my channel is the fact that we are working on us. We are working on the inside out because that is the way that you create, that is the way you manifest. And once you're set on the inside, it'll show on the outside. So yes, thank you all for tuning in. You can definitely, feel free to leave a comment. I prefer comments over likes because I'd rather know how something touched you than to just get a thumbs up. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.